What it do? What it do, boo-boo? How are you? What's today? Tuesday. It's totally Tuesday. The day where we don't have like a solid plan. Sorry about my absence yesterday. I was living like that Cialis life, like going to like do everything and live it up and experience all the culture the city has to offer. I went to brunch with a friend in the afternoon. That's why I didn't just do my video in the afternoon because I had night plans. And yeah, my couple of my friends, a couple of guys that are married from work are moving to South Carolina this week, and so I had to send my buddy off, and we had a good brunch together. I was sad to see him go. But then me and my friend Charity she got us tickets to go see Gladys Knight at the Ryman last night. It was like a birthday treat for me, and we had so much fun. And then we had a nice little cozy drink, and yeah, and then I was tucked in at a reasonable hour, I guess, but I was a little buzzed after the night out, and I don't know. I feel like sometimes I can pull off a video, but then sometimes I'm like, it's better if I just don't. So we all had a break. We all had a nice night off, didn't we? But yeah, so I thought I would come on tonight and do our little, like, we've been doing manifestation readings on Tuesday, and I'm liking that. I think that's really fun. And I will also talk about our extended message, which there's not really much of an extended message for the week. So our anchor card for the week was Ace of Pentacles, and I love it. It's like, here's the hand. It's like, here you go. The world is your oyster. Enjoy. Like, everything is kind of falling into place. Like, signs of life are happening. The sprouts of spring are starting to poke through the dark soil. And yeah, it's like the light is at the end of the tunnel. We're starting to see a little bit of the fruits of our labor. Some evidence that our hard work is like going somewhere and becoming something, and evidence that, you know, our dearest wishes and the desires of our hearts are maybe becoming something that's not going to be, you know, just a fantasy to dream about. Maybe it's going to be, you know, something that we're building in our lives now, finally, because this is a new cycle, and we are up leveling, and we are realizing more of our potential, and we have shed so many layers that block us from just being our most authentic selves. You know, we've been through a lot the past few years, and I think that we have been processing a lot with that. And over the past few months, I know that if you're watching these videos, if you've been reading you know, my posts, and you're part of that inner circle, then you're with us. Like, you've been changing too, and there's so many things going on, and so we're really up leveling, and we're finally starting to get a sense that we can like start to breathe a little easier and to catch our breath, and just start really enjoying and feeling excited about watching things taking shape. So congratulations. Things are really happening. Seeds have been well planted, and signs of life are beginning to show. So I think that's very exciting. Very exciting, because that's going to really set us up for the whole week to just keep building on that. So, friendly reminder, we are in the time of the Omer, or the Omer. And so this is a time post-Passover, post-Pesach, where we are challenged for 49 days. And this is for the purpose of accelerating our spiritual growth. So we get to correct like 8 days worth of things in one day. Like, it's like 8 times more intense than usual. So if you feel extra triggered, if you have a day where you're like, your like temper is crazy, or like you have a day where, you know, maybe you feel like, I was tempted to feel like jealousy and envy, and feel like, oh, everybody's gonna get theirs and I'm not gonna get mine, kind of thing. I feel like, was that this morning or was it yesterday? I can't remember. And I was just like, you know, doing the whole comparison game, thinking like, why is it that like this person can try one time and it's like all of a sudden it's like they're 10 times more successful, and I'm trying like so hard for years, and it's just like, like, And I wanted to get really victimized about it. And I was like, okay, this is the challenge. This is one of my challenges. Like, I just have to deal with this and accept it and try to use my envy as a sign. Like, when you see these triggers come up, it is literally like a big neon sign pointing at the wound that needs the most healing so that you can progress forward. So in my case, I just have to be happy for the people who are easily getting everything that I want, that I feel like I won't have to work so hard for. And I'm like, feel like, when are the results ever gonna show? And yeah, I think when you want something and you see somebody else have it, it makes you feel envious. The secret is to be happy for them and to bless them and to be excited on their behalf. Because when you do that, you know that by them having doesn't take away from you. And so you're overcoming that lack mindset in that moment, when you can be like, okay, well, I'm happy for them, and I just know that that's a sign. If I'm the desires in my heart, it was planted there for a reason, and it's something that I'm capable of having. And so it just helps inspire me. And it's sometimes not easy to feel inspired. Sometimes you just want to throw a fit and be a victim and feel like it's not fair. And maybe just let yourself have that fit and get it out of your system, and then recover and move forward. All right. So keeping in mind that for the next 49 days when you're triggered, really like pay attention to what the feeling is and what it's connected to, and try to trace it back to probably the earliest years of your life or an earlier time where something very galvanizing happened to you that maybe planted an idea or a pattern in your subconscious that you're now playing out, so that you can just reprogram that. Because the subconscious takes on patterns when something is very like we're in an impressionable state, and then a very emotional situation happens attached to it, and it's very galvanizing. That whole situation sends some kind, like your subconscious draws some kind of conclusion that is doing with the intents and purposes of creating a defense system to protect you. So then it puts basically like a computer software program that's going to be running autopilot on default, like forever, whenever something like that comes up. So that's what the trigger is. And so when we can identify these things that are, challenging us each day, we can pinpoint the wound and like try to get to the bottom of it, so we can like release that baggage and move on and move forward. All right. So let's pull 4 cards from the Mermaids and Dolphins Oracle. This is a great deck for manifestation and goals. That's kind of the theme of it. It is probably out of print. This author doesn't participate in this world anymore, so her decks went out of print. They're kind of rare. Sometimes you can find bootleg versions, but they're not very good. You don't want them. So all right, what do we need to know? I'll just leave that because it jumped out. What do we need to know in order to ride this Ace of Pentacles wave and nourish these seeds so that they will bear fruit and we can reap the blessings? What do we need to know? Ooh. I'm going to pull the cards and then I'll tell you what we got. Well, I'll tell you as we go. So our first card was, you're being helped. Heaven is working behind the scenes to help you, even if you don't see the results yet. Ooh, I love this. So see, there's more going on under the surface that meets the eye, right? This is very much like the Moon card or the High Priestess card. So this tells me that, we've been getting a bunch of messages about some situation where there's more going on than we know, or there's more to the situation than we realize. And I think because of this card, I feel like that's a positive thing. I think this is related to that, and I think that it is good. I think that there's good things going on behind the scenes that you are maybe not aware of. Like maybe someone's championing you, or maybe there's just something going on that is helping your situation that you just don't know about yet. So positive, good. Heaven is helping you. And, you know, I'm bad about this too. I've been learning to get better at asking for help on the way to work, because I work with Jesus. I work with Jesus. He's my coworker. But I've been saying prayers out loud to Jesus, just like telling about what kind of shift that I'm looking forward to having at work. And yeah, just declaring my gratitude for it. And it's been working out really well. But we need to enlist our spiritual help in all the areas of our life. Like, we just forget to. We can ask our angels and our spirit guides and Jesus and Holy Spirit and Mary, Jesus' mom, and Mary Magdalene, and you know, we have like teams of spiritual help that are waiting to assist us, but they can't get involved unless we ask them to, because we have free will. So use your free will, ask them for their help, ask them for their guidance, you know, have your angels be your mechanic, have your angels be your banker, have your angels be your PR person. Maybe the angels can get into that algorithm for me and help us out. While I'm thinking about it, subscribe to my channel, tell all your friends and family, share, save for your memories. What else? Comment. Follow me on Instagram. I'm Liz_Taylor_Magick, Magick with a CK. And also follow the brand page, Light Love Magick. Mostly active though on Liz Taylor Magick. Okay, our second card is Waves of Prosperity. Very exciting. So there's waves coming in, like this. This is the wave, and it's more of it's coming. Big waves coming. So new abundance and exciting opportunities wash over you now. So be open, be excited, be open to receiving. Don't self-sabotage yourself, or, you know, let any limiting beliefs hold you back. Just say yes and let yourself expand and go through the discomfort of not, you know, being certain or confident. Self-forgiveness. Let go of old guilt and remember that you're God's perfect child. Oh my gosh, this mermaid is like God's perfect child with God's perfect boobs. Hot. Okay, yeah, self-forgiveness. So the baggage that comes from not forgiving is so toxic and heavy that it like basically like shuts down your heart. It blocks things out. When your heart's shut down, you're not only blocking out love and friendship and you know, romance, but you're also blocking out opportunity and abundance. Love and money are connected. It all ties into a sense of self-worth and security. And so forgiving yourself really allows you to build such a stronger sense of self and self-worth and self-esteem, because you're not like trying to beat yourself up. And if you think about it, if you saw someone holding a grudge against another person or never letting them hear the end of it, or, you know, if we were half as mean to other people as we are to ourselves, or if we saw somebody acting the way that we act towards ourselves sometimes, I mean, we would be appalled. So be careful about the way you treat yourself, including not beating yourself up for a mistake. You know, we can only do the best we can at any given moment, and, you know, pray that we'll do better the next moment. And so yeah, just let the past go. Be willing to just wipe the slate clean and move forward, and don't torture yourself over what you did or didn't do or shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Like, regret is such a waste of time. It really is. I choose really to make a practice of not having regrets and guilt in my life. And it's always, I think it's served me well. It might be my anti-aging secret. I don't know. I'm sure there's things that I need to forgive myself for though, but I don't know. I try to make a practice of just not feeling too shameful and too guilty about stuff. I just think there's no point. Make things right and do the work to change. You know, don't just be like some sociopath out there that has no remorse, but don't beat yourself up over something forever. Make amends and move forward. All right, last but not least, what's our final card? Ooh, helpful person. Okay, so lots of help coming in. Someone wants to help you. think of whom that might be and initiate contact. So not only do we have spiritual help that we can ask for, someone in our life maybe wants to help us, or maybe they have something to add to that situation where there's more going on than meets the eye that we don't know about. Maybe somebody else is going to be, I don't know, somehow incorporated into that situation. So we have, you're being helped. Heaven is working behind the scenes to help you, even if you don't see the results yet. Waves of prosperity are coming, so just have an expectant and grateful attitude, and just keep declaring the blessings and keep using your mouth, the power of your words to speak. Name it, claim it, speak it into being. You feel it, you believe it, name it, claim it. I always feel like a televangelist when I do that. Okay, forgive yourself. Forgiveness. And then helpful people. So lots of help. Take the help. Be worthy. Don't beat yourself up. Get off the cross. And I hope that you guys have a good week. I hope we have lots more exciting things unfolding. Yeah, I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye. What is tomorrow? Wednesday? Yeah. Check out Instagram around 11 o'clock is when I'll post their Monday, Wednesday, Friday posts. All right. Ciao, Bellas. Good night.